Hello.
I can't hear Flutter.
Oh.
Aha!
Hello! Hi! Hi, friends!
Hello! Oh my goodness, and Bo is here!
Hello!
Bo's here.
Showgirls.
My goodness, Bo, you're here early.
What is up, Twitch?
You're here early.
It is I, Flutter Die, and I'm here with the Winds of Chaos crew, and I'm so excited for tonight's game.
Hey.
Hello! I feel like this is so bright. It's very bright. There we go. That's better. Okay. Hi, friends! Hi! You guys with the subs! Thank you!
Oh yeah. Peter!
Thank you!
Instance.
Welcome.
What's
Instant.
up?
Nice.
Peter! Carly!
He
Hi!
was waiting. He was waiting.
Carly's
you just know.
Carly's been hanging out, you guys. What's up,
Hell
guys?
yeah.
Can everybody hear everybody?
Hey,
Please
Carly.
let me know how the sound is going. Peter! Peter! You raided, Peter. You're
Peter
here.
Tato raid.
Yay!
Oh, it was
Yay.
Bo!
Bo! Oh!
Bo, it was you.
Bo, it was you. Chagraz, hello, hello. Chagraz.
Well, you left no trace, Bo. We don't even. We're nowhere near thinking it was you. I'm
Hi,
impressed.
friends.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing tonight? How are you guys doing? Ghost Pepper.
I'm doing
Yeah,
pretty
Bard's
good.
been without power. I'm
Oh
doing
my
good.
No,
goodness.
Barb's no. Oh no. I hope Bard
Oh,
gets
that's
power
awful.
soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do Pug and Bard live anywhere near each other? Pug lost power last night during our session.
Interesting.
I don't know. Let me DM you.
Pug lives very, very northern part of Washington State, just across the border. Oh,
Oh. So possibly.
yeah.
Actually,
Maybe.
well, that's a revelation. I wish I had known that when I lived there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we actually know exactly where Bard lives.
Oh, really? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yo, in the place that I used to live, actually, legitimately,
Oh my
divided
gosh,
by
that's
just a few
crazy.
years, we might have been besties in real life.
Yeah. Yeah,
There can
Oh
only
my
be
God.
one power outage in the whole USA, cauliflops.
that's
right.
true.
Only
That's true.
one at a time.
Yeah, certainly with this administration, they're very, all about efficiency and.
They're all about efficiency.
Yeah.
Oh my
Fucking hell.
gosh.
Anyway. I know, Bo, right? Hey, she can do it. She made this delicious soup. Oh my god, you guys, this veggie soup.
Oh.
She sliced up some Gouda, some smoked Gouda. Oh my god.
That sounds amazing.
It's so
That
fucking
sounds
good.
actually delicious.
Wow.
Yo,
I'm in heaven right
Smoked
now.
Gouda is
grated.
Or grated,
does make
yeah.
more
What did I
sense.
say? Sliced? I don't
Sliced,
know.
but
Anyway.
that's okay.
Oops.
it's okay. Like a thin slice of cheese on top. It's like a French
yeah,
onion soup.
that's a thing.
you know?
Gr-
Yeah.
Grated is technically a type of no, I don't know.
It is,
Is
a very
grating a
small
type
slice.
of slicing?
I mean, it's
Is it a
very,
type of
very
slicing?
tiny slices.
I
Kind
to
of.
feel
be
that a
honest.
chef would have things to say about that. Oh, Peter is also happy about the soup. Yay! You can see the purple today, Chagraz. Look, no flame needed to see today's purple somehow.
There you go. There you go. I julienne the cheese. She sprinkled some little cheese frites on
That's
top.
right. Yeah.
I'll take the flame anyway. It's D&D night, Chagraz.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
You guys, I'm so
All
glad
right,
it's D&D
welcome.
night.
We're gonna get to
There
the
is.
QOTD right now. Oh my goodness.
There is.
Sorry, I've been I got sick a couple of weeks ago, and then I've got like gunk that just won't go away.
Yeah.
And
That's
after
rough.
after teaching a full day, my voice starts to go. So
Mm-hmm.
let's see. It's not even like a sore throat, but I can already tell my voice is going. So let's see how long we can keep
Ghost.
this up.
I get it. That was me last week.
Yeah.
Be mindful, is all I'm saying. Be mindful of your throat tonight. If we need to end
Yeah,
early,
I
your
don't-
health is more important.
Yeah, I don't. Thank you, but I don't think it'll come to that. But we'll see.
Okay.
We'll
All
see
right.
what happens.
Carly says you need to drink more water.
You do.
Carly,
Hydrate.
I'm a teacher. I only drink coffee, but I do have a nice full glass of water right here.
Hmm.
I'm drinking tea and whiskey.
And that's the problem. Yeah. So we have some thank yous to distribute out to the community. I'm saying thank you. I will give our players the question of the day to provide us with some answers. If you have a D&D or other TTRPG character who is near and dear to your heart, especially one who has guested in the Winds of Chaos campaign, please feel free to provide us with your answer to the question of the day. So the QOTD is, what is your character most insecure about? What is your character's greatest insecurity? Yeah. I know. I loved this question when I saw it. I loved it. It's such a simple question. Why haven't we asked it before? But here we go. Yeah, that's true, Carly. Teachers are always like, "Why? I don't know why I'm so sick all the time." Doesn't drink water and is around snot monsters all day, every day. Yeah, that is
So
100% true. We don't take care of ourselves, and we're around a bunch of freaking germ factories every single day. I'm lucky. By high school, most kids know how to like sneeze into their sleeve or things like that.
Yeah,
They
thank
don't
goodness.
like walk up to you and cough in your face.
Yeah, like the kids that I work with. Oh, for frick's sake.
Yeah. All right. First thank you is to all of our Ko-fi subscribers. Thank you so much for your ongoing support of this campaign. Ko-fi memberships are $5 a month, which I think is now cheaper than a Twitch sub. What's the going rate for a US Twitch sub nowadays?
I don't know, but I think it is over. What is it now?
Yeah,
Actually,
I only
Hold
know
on.
6 or 7.
I only know Canadian, where every week they come out with a new excuse for why they need to hike it. But for your $5 a month, you get a Wild Magic Surge, a Major Monster Mutation, a custom magic item, or a custom NPC to appear in the campaign. Please make use of them.
$6.37.
$6.37, so for cheaper than a Twitch sub, and for cheaper than a cup of coffee. These days, per month, you get those redeems, and 100% of the proceeds from those from that Ko-fi membership goes into building up a little reserve fund for us to commission artwork, paying for a Roll20 subscription, and all sorts of other stuff to help make our campaign the best that it can possibly be. So thank you so much to our Ko-fi supporters. Second thank you is to Starborn Striker and Bo the Distance, our resident D&D 5th edition rules lawyers, helping us keep on the straight and narrow when we run into a rules conflict. They look up what it says in the book. They also look up what Jeremy Crawford says when the book is unclear. And then we promptly say, well, no, Jeremy, we're not doing it that way. But we appreciate you, Bo and Megan. Thank you so much for all your help keeping us on the straight and narrow. Third thank you is to Vinyl Stencil, who helps us run the redeems efficiently. So if there's a follow-up question that needs to be asked when something is redeemed, Vinyl takes the time to ask it and shoot me the answer in DM. So thank you so much, Vinyl, for that. And the last thank you is to all of you out in chat. Thank you for being cool. Thank you for being you. Thank you for hanging out with us, except for Carly. Yeah, that's right. I saw what she just posted in chat. I saw what she just
You
posted
be nice
in
to
chat.
Carly. Come on.
Carly, despite your constant aggression towards me, I love you anyway.
Aggression.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So the question of the day is, what is your character most insecure about? Yeah, Carly. What is your character most insecure about? Bo says Fielding is insecure about the newly gained green streak in her hair. She knows not how it got there, but it will not leave. Treeroot is most insecure about the many ex-wives he has given all his secrets to. Hopefully they don't talk. You need to be careful of that when you're a magic user giving away your secrets.
Fielding, when Kiona sees the green streak next time.
Darfin
You cut out.
is
I didn't hear you.
insecure about
I
going
didn't
home.
say anything after that.
Oh. Darfin is insecure about
boy.
going home, and Efima is insecure about keeping the people she cares about safe. What did J. Craw say about killing bosses, Bo? Carly will kill a human. All right. What is Foodle most insecure about?
I think Foodle's biggest insecurity is his lack. So, Foodle, when Foodle started this adventure, he felt like he could do anything. The world was his oyster, and he still, in many ways, does. But the more time he spends with Kiona and Mazra, the more he realizes like there's a lot of stuff that he doesn't know about or understand. I think his biggest insecurity is like his intelligence. Well, I don't know if that's right, but like his lack of understanding of the larger world. Like, you know, he has a very childlike sense. Anyway, Ghost, I saw what
insecure
Bo
about
posted.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just sent it to our group
is
chat.
incredible. And long before Luigi, apparently there was J. Craw.
That's actually
Got all the murders.
That's actually a really, really great.
That's incredible.
That is
The
good.
spirit is
That
there
is
today,
good.
you
Oh
friends.
my god.
Holy moly.
Oh my
Torvax,
god.
welcome. What's up?
Amazing.
It's all the murders.
Oh my goodness. Torvax, welcome. Long time no see, friend. Hope you're well. Oh my god.
Fiddles and
so
security
good,
is all the
that-
murders.
So Poodle is
All the cannibalism.
Poodle is insecure about his childlike understanding of the world.
Yeah, like I don't think he really lets it on, but
No.
I
Yeah.
certainly as a player, like it's something I've been thinking about, like because he looks up so much to Mazra, like she has a very keen mind, she's very strategic, like he relies on her for a lot of that, and he's like, shit, like if something happens to Mazra, what the fuck do I do, right?
I'm
like,
sure too that
Right.
he picks up on some signals when like Mazra is like rolling her eyes or something, just out of a natural like whatever to Poodle's assessment of something. Like you're gonna start seeing it when she does it to other people and understanding what it means actually when she does that.
Yeah.
And that probably is getting in there too by now, right? Like this.
He doesn't do that as much to
awareness
Foodle
of-
anymore, though. Like,
No,
No.
no,
Well,
not
and I don't.
anymore.
I certainly it is not Mazra's fault. I should make that clear. But like, basically, all I'm saying is that I looked up because I was like, man, what is he most insecure about? Like, I looked up a list of insecurities, like common insecurities for people, and there are things like perfectionism, where they feel like they're never going to be good enough. And Foodle does not. It's not something he's in. He's like, yeah, we're great. We can totally do it. Everything's awesome. Or like. I think the one that was maybe I was like, maybe this is the one. Like, I think he's insecure about forming like romantic relationships. I think he has insecurities there too, but I don't know if they're his biggest insecurity. If that makes sense.
Since he forgets about 50% of the people he forms romantic relationships with.
Well, I think that's a coping mechanism. Like, I think he, Yeah, like I think he bails on relationships because yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
Hmm.
but
Interesting.
yeah. Anyway, sorry, we're
Yeah,
chair
great
analyzing Poodle
answer.
at this point. But
No.
anyway, yeah.
Great answer. What about Kiona?
I think that Kiona's biggest insecurity is, and maybe Kiona Lottie actually, is that they are an unknowing fraud at the end of the day. That they are the thing that will lead to the destruction of everything they love because they're simply in the right place at the right time and have no control over it, actually. So I think that that's their actual biggest insecurity.
Hey. What about Mazra?
Charlie. I don't know. I don't know if Mazra necessarily gets insecure, but I think her concerns are that I think she's aware she's carrying a lot, and that maybe there's a potential that possibly one day it could be she could take on too much, and that she won't have enough strength for it. She'll do it anyway, but you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Mazra's going out swinging. We know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, if you want me to stare into your soul chest,
Not taking notes on these answers at all.
Not at all.
Um.
I'm sure.
never use these against us.
Yeah.
My dice fell into disarray,
Ah.
you guys, so I'm looking down because I'm reorganizing
Why
them
would I ever use that
again.
against you?
If you ever need me to give you the get your shit done stairs, let me know.
Wolf only need to tell me that there's only 10 minutes until he's got to go before I can defeat a boss in Elden Ring. That is the way that Wolf works.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll give you all some
You're on a
Mazra
timer.
motivation.
Yeah.
Now.
All right. So we gave before stream we gave Cauliflumps a recap. But why don't we give chat a little recap? Who wants to give a recap of what has happened? Doesn't need to be in that level of detail as what we gave Collie, of course, but what happened last session?
We investigated the murder of Buford Veggiefoot. And we had Nestor Kane inadvertently do a whole actual autopsy on him. And it discovered that it is his inside bird mush, and so he was not actually stabbed to death. There are deeper, more nefarious things. And also, the core eye spirit that should have rested in Buford did not leave the mark that it generally does on a dead body. And so now we're trying to find the answers to those questions. Deadpan
Hey.
woofy mode is something we need.
Deadpan Wolf emote in the style of the unimpressed Yoda.
Look, Bruce isn't here right now, so
That is true. You need Bruce for stuff like this. All right.
I don't know. Is there anything else that I missed?
I think we got most of it. We questioned the other gardener,
Yeah.
kind of figured out it wasn't him, and then
Right, but
took
that also led us
the-
back around to the wife.
yes, and then we took the robes over, so that's our.
Right,
I think-
the
I
ropes
think
to
we
get
had-
analyzed.
Yes, and there was like a residue on them that was. Oh, it was saltpeter, right? Is that what it was?
Yes.
Saltpeter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
So, after getting the saltpeter analyzed, we were going to head to talk to Beatrice.
Sure.
Yeah, because I think we said that we wanted to talk to her first before we decided whether we were going to talk to the other guy.
Right. Right, because we went to see Thalos. Right, and he was the one that made Kiona think that maybe they were looking in the wrong direction. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So you recall that at around the same time as you left the Shrine of Gnomewhere, where Buford was laying in rest, Beatrice and her friend Marlowe had also left. You got the impression that they were that Beatrice was going back home, perhaps. So you venture off into the inspired quarter of the city. Sort of the caravan folk occupy Pharos proper, and then the inspired live sort of on the edge of that district, where that district joins to the main part of Dal Kalash, and so they kind of straddle in between Pharos and the center of Dal Kalash. In an assortment, the buildings here are a little bit bigger. They're built of stone, many of them without roofs, and some wooden roofs have been kind of wood and thatch have kind of been like ramshackle. See you, Carly. Ramshackle makeshift roofs to keep the rain out. Beatrice lived in one such tenement, sort of a multi-family building residence, together with Buford. And sort of going up to the second floor, you find her little residence there.
Because I don't know how to approach her without upsetting her about this all, and I know that it should be upsetting to somebody, but what we're doing is accusing her of murder, so I'm not sure. I just need to know you guys are going to be there with me.
I mean, do we want to question her more first, or are we just going to go and swing it?
Well, no, I mean, I don't think we should necessarily go and swinging, but, like, it's awfully weird that she didn't know he wasn't there.
Hmm.
Maybe you should start the talking first.
Me? I think if you're gonna ask about the Quora stuff.
Gotcha, Striper, thank you.
Above table. Do we know if Beatrice has a trade or had a trade?
Did we ask that? I don't remember.
I don't think we did.
Sorry. This is all, because I wasn't here last session.
Yeah.
I'm looking at your notes,
Right.
Kiona.
Right.
Or Flutter.
Yes.
Not Kiona's notes, Flutter's notes.
I don't remember hearing anything specific about Beatrice. Outside of
we
being
know
in fight with the guy.
We know
Right.
the other guy, Marlowe, is like a traveling merchant.
Right.
Right. Maybe she was like also a gardener in trade with, I don't know. I actually don't know. I feel like she was like tandem with her husband in the gardening thing.
That's right, Bo. Yeah, well, yeah, man, that would be interesting. So the reason I'm asking this is, if, this is a big if, right? So remember this sentence starts with an if. So if the stuff that happened at the temple has a connection to the gardener's, what's his name? Or I don't even see his name in here. Anyway, the dead
Buford
guy.
Veggiefoot.
Buford. Yeah, Buford Veggiefoot. If the events at this temple have anything to do with his death, what is the significance of saltpeter? What professions might use saltpeter?
See,
Like,
that's the thing. Like, we came to the conclusion that fertilizer was used to
Right.
saltpeter was used in fertilizer. So
gotcha. Okay, so it all loops back then.
yeah, but also
Okay.
the events of the temple may have nothing at all to do with the murder. It just happened on the same night. So so we went to investigate it too.
Foodle.
And we know that the murder did not
may-
happen at the same spot where the body was found.
Right.
That was part
Foodle
of it.
may also know the balance of probability is against this, but I will let you decide whether this is something Foodle would know. But saltpeter is a component in black powder as well.
I think Foodle would know that because he uses a musket, right?
Yeah, so it's up to you if he like makes his own, or if he.
I've always kind of
buys
thought
it.
that he does, just from not like an alchemy perspective, but like because
Yeah.
he's a tinkerer and his uncle made it for him, and you know what I
Yep.
mean.
Yep.
Yep. So I don't know if Foodle is smart enough to think of this stuff, but like when I see saltpeter, I think this is the problem with me not being here last session. But my mind goes to, what if his death is wrapped up in something bigger than the wife and her boyfriend? What if that is the coincidence? And see this, God, this is probably my brain going, anyway, because you guys were actually here. But what if that is the coincidence? This is like oh, well, he's dead. That's kind of nice. But like, she didn't do it, right? She's not sad that it happened. She's not,
Right.
maybe her mind, like one of the reasons, I don't know. Anyway, but like saltpeter makes me think, what if someone is going to blow something up? Like, what if someone's gathering this stuff? I don't know. Anyway.
So the thing that was weird was that his insides, like his organs, were all mush.
Yeah. Like,
so like whatever
weird.
thing happened to him, we were thinking it was some kind of magical thing because of the disturbance of the temple, but we don't know, right?
Right. I guess my question is,
Kiona definitely thinks it's bigger than just the wife fucking off on her husband. Because because
okay.
why would the core eye spirit within him disappear?
Yeah,
That
and there was
to her
magic
is
on
huge.
him,
Right?
And there was
faint
magic
magic.
in the thing. So like yeah.
Yeah. So like, I guess what I'm saying is, it sounds like the wife had motive and opportunity, but did she have the means to do what was done to this guy? Like,
That's the question. But yes, that is the question. Kiona's immediate question is, did she not notice that her husband is not there?
Okay.
Or that the core eye spirit that should be kind of lingering there isn't there? How do you say that to somebody? Like, that's a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess what I'm saying is, when we talk to Beatrice, we should try, like, I think our goal should be to find out, does she have the means to have done this? Right? Because we know she has a possible motive. We think she has opportunity, I assume. Otherwise, you guys wouldn't think it was her. But would she have the means to do what was done to her husband? Like, either her or her boyfriend or whoever she's working for, if she is working for something. Like, if this is a bigger thing, right? Like, I don't know. Anyway.
Right.
Have we searched her? Have we searched their house?
No, we only got to question her like right before we searched the body.
That makes sense.
So like
because you wouldn't have had much suspicion then, right?
Yeah, exactly. We were kind of the fools that walked into that one without thinking that she was a suspect in the first place.
Sorry, I feel like I'm more up to speed then. Okay.
Yeah, we're very.
Right.
This is the whole thing. We're kind of going into this blind, and Kiona got like a really good like feeling from talking to the farmer that Beatrice is a harder suspect than they originally were thinking. So
I don't. What is?
she rolled a nat 20 on it, so she felt very good about the fact that she trusted his opinion on it.
Okay.
When he accused
All
the
right.
widow.
Well,
I'm
So
sorry,
Poodle
my
will
notes
say-
are weird and confusing.
Do we want to go talk to her, or do we want to talk to the other guy? What's your thoughts?
I mean,
well, I think
we were going to talk to her.
All right. Well, then
I
let's do
think we
that.
need more information on her. Like,
Okay.
what does she do in her spare time? Who does she spend time with? Like, is she wrapped up in anything bigger? Like, does she have a background in magic? Because this guy's insides were scrambled.
We could
Right,
ask
like,
around the
okay.
Korai area first before we.
Right. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it might be interesting to question people who know her and compare that with her answers to some similar questions. I don't know. But that might, yeah, I don't know. Again, I might be going too big with this. I might. Oh, God. I hope I'm not just chasing down geese. Anyway.
I don't know. I feel like I'm glad you're here because I feel like Kiona and
Yeah.
Mazra were a little lost without you last time too.
No. You guys, I would have been like worse than not having me last time because my brain was mush. Oh God. What we need is Vinyl. She watches these shows like crazy. Anyway. All right. Well, okay. So Mazra, Foodle isn't smart enough to think about all this stuff. So maybe Mazra thinks of some of the stuff that I mentioned, where like
Maybe
if we
should
think
know
it's
more about
her-
her before we go questioning her.
maybe. I mean, it's up to you guys because you guys were here last time.
Yeah,
But
Right.
we need to find out. We think
think
she
you're right.
has
I just
motive. We think she has opportunity. Does she have the means? Right? Like that's yeah. Anyway. So what's the best way to determine whether she has the means? Talk to her or talk to people who know her and then compare their answers to hers.
Yeah.
It's either her or Marlo, her lover.
Yeah. Right. So we might want to learn more about both of them from
Right.
other people and then talk to them, question?
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like that's
Ghost-
an actual valid thing. Can we backtrack just slightly, Ghost, and say that's what
Is
we do?
that something that we can do,
What?
Ghost?
What are you doing?
We would.
We're going to the Wax Fruit Museum.
We're,
Yeah.
yes, we're
Oh,
going to the
perfect.
wax fruit
Can you
museum.
stop-
That's perfect because do I have a surprise for you? I invited Bo to play, and they said only on the condition that I get to not actually play, and we instead burn all of our time at the Wax Fruit
Oh
Museum.
no.
So
Okay, so no. What we're actually thinking is are there people that we know about who know Beatrice and or Marlowe that we can talk to
Maybe
about
Fiona
Beatrice
hangs out
and or Marlowe?
sometimes with Inspired and kind of knows who hangs out with who in the community.
I mean, surely she has friends. Surely she has people that she hangs out with. I don't know. Just a tavern she goes to. I don't know, right? Like
you don't really know Beatrice.
No.
right? Okay.
Not at all. Marlo, sometimes hangs out at the Drunken Dragon.
Did that work? Did it work? Oh,
What happened?
what?
Oh, well. I'm just trying to get a Twitch badge. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Oh.
Don't worry about it.
Oh. Okay.
I'm gonna have new badges, you guys. I'm so excited. Sorry.
Hmm.
Side note.
Yeah, I think okay, so going to that tavern, asking people, hey, Marlo seems cool. What do you guys know about him? Like, was he a wizard one time? I swear I saw him cast a spell or something like that. Like, I don't know. Because like we need to figure out if he has the means to have done this, right?
Right. I think that's genius, actually.
Is that? I don't know.
I think Fudo
All
going
right.
into a tavern and being like, "Wow, is that guy a wizard?" would be totally.
Oh yeah,
on
Fudo could do it.
character.
All right, yeah.
Like-
All right, so Okay, so Mazra has this idea, and Fool's like, "Yeah, I mean, I could do that. Let's go to the tavern."
This is how we're gonna find out if they have magical capabilities.
So, well, we'll see.
Kiona thinks it's a genius idea too. Cheers, Rai.
Oh, feel better.
Right. Thank you so much for covering for me last time, and feel better, man. All right, so Ghost, we go to that tavern,
The Drunken Dragon.
the Drunken Dragon.
So this is certainly a familiar tavern to you. Your old fellow Blycrossian resident Yolmic Jadecoat.
Like Rossonite.
What? Blycrossonite.
That's a black crossonaut. That's right.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Anyway, Yolmic Jadecoat, as you know, is the proprietor of the Drunken Dragon, and it is the tavern that you most often frequent within the caravan, or that you used to at least. Recently, Yolmic has done away with the old fold-out sort of caravan carriage and moved into a more permanent structure in one of the old town squares of the Pharos district. Seems to be a pretty happening place, attracting mostly refugees, but a few of the inspired come this way into this part of town to sample Yolmic's famous Storm Dragon's Fury and steak and ale pie. On this particular evening, you find it to be pretty hopping, as it normally is. The sort of outdoor patio area is packed full of people listening to some bard or other give a performance.
All right, well, Foodle is going to go up to Yolmic and say, "Hello, Yolmic. It's me, Foodle, and Mazra and Kiona. I mean, you know us. Hello."
Oh, why howdy, Foodle, Yolmic says in her, as my document says, Texan accent.
Amazing.
Yolmic.
It's been quite a while since I've seen y'all in these parts.
It's true. We've been very busy. And you know, because we've been so busy, I've worked up quite a thirst. Gosh, now I want to do like a mighty thirst. That's not how Foodle talks. Anyway, you got me with the accent. Anyway, I'll have my regular, which is just a water for Foodle.
All right, one water coming up. And
Thank
you
you,
too.
Kiona will have her usual stout or mead or whatever happens to be on hand.
A boggle porter.
That's fine.
Ooh.
That's a boggle.
There you go.
porter. That's right.
And Foodle will.
Lovely
sorry.
porter with a sort of a caramelly color and a sort of faint hint of a coffee flavor.
Delicious. As usual.
You know, Yolmic, we've been so busy. We're trying to get to know some of the folks here in town a little better, and it actually just occurred to me, you know, you might know some of these folks. Mazra, who are you saying there was somebody that you thought seemed interesting, seemed intelligent? So is somebody in the community? Poodle's wanting What's that guy's name? The boyfriend's name.
Oh, Marlowe.
Marlo, right? Yeah. Does Marlo? I don't
Evans.
know if he comes here. Marlo Evans, like, do you know him?
Oh, sure, Marlo Evans. Tall tiefling feller.
Yeah.
Comes around here peddling his wares from God's nowhere.
Oh yeah. So he's a bit of a traitor. That's interesting. Hmm. You know, I
Yeah,
thought for
one
sure.
of the few who come around here from parts away.
Right. You know, I thought for sure. I wouldn't have thought he was a traitor. I could have sworn I saw him cast a spell. Do you know if he has, like, I don't know how he gets around. Like, does he just teleport? I mean, does it? I don't know.
Well,
Does he?
I'm not sure. I've never seen him use magic. Some people say those horned tiefling folk innately have some sort of magical capabilities. Doesn't
Interesting.
exactly strike me as a wizard, though.
Right. Okay. I mean, maybe it was. Oh goodness! What if? I hope I'm not confusing him with another tiefling. Well, I guess. I mean, was it? Does he ever talk about, like, did he have a job before he was a trader? Or it's just like he was just, he's been a trader. Maybe his parents were traders. I don't know.
I can't say I've ever asked him too much about his personal life.
Oh, right. Okay.
Does
I mean,
he
I guess
ever
I could
come
just ask.
here
He's
with
never
Beatrice
asked.
Fitchfoot?
He's never asked me if I was a bartender my whole life.
Have I ever asked you that?
No,
Have you been a bartender your whole life?
no, I haven't. In fact,
Oh, really?
there was a time in my life you may find it difficult to believe when I was a child.
Right. No, I mean, I know that. But, like, did you have a job other than bartending before this, or?
I did used to dabble in the occasional adventure too.
Oh. Well, you'll have to tell us a tale. Hold on, Mazra, you asked something though. Sorry, I can't believe I've never asked you that. Anyway.
Does he ever come here with Beatrice Veggiefoot?
Now remind me. Now remind me who that is.
No.
No.
Enlightened.
A gnome.
Gnome.
A gnome.
Oh no.
gnome.
No.
A gnome.
Oh. Oh, I thought you were saying no when I asked you if you could remind me who she is.
I thought for a minute she said no too, but I believe she said gnome.
Yeah, I've seen him hang out, making some eyes and some goopy hand holding and whatnot with a certain middle-aged gnomish lady.
Do you know much
Interesting.
about Beatrice?
Oh yeah.
No. Considering until just a second ago I didn't remember who she was.
Right.
Now I do know she's one of them inspired. She comes from that part of town.
And her husband used to be too, right?
Well, I suppose so.
You suppose so.
Are they related? I assume.
Oh,
I wouldn't know.
you
I
didn't
know she comes from that part of town. Are non-inspired allowed to live in that part of town?
Yes.
Kiona is building up some things that she's gonna make about this place that she is not happy. Like, the fact that they live separately like that is not okay to her. And now that she has realized that they do, there are gonna be some changes around here. She doesn't want the magical people, or the Quori people separated from the non-Quori people. Like, it just makes it.
They're not separated so much as they live in different parts of town.
Yeah, but it feels weird.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be like that.
But if you moved to, let's say, Belgium, and you moved to a town where there was like an American community or like an expat community, would you like live there?
No.
Or would you live like
if I'm
in the
leaving
middle
this
of...
country, I don't want to be anywhere.
Right? I know. Bad example.
I feel like that answer is really. Nope. No, I think
right,
that
fair.
there's an argument to integrate with the community, to learn more about each other, so that you don't have big assumptions about each other, and that's what creates rifts and problems and. Ugh.
Well, now, all I know is that she comes from that part of town.
Right.
I assume that means she's inspired.
You can have any bars over there?
I'm not sure. I can't say I often frequent that part of town, if I'm completely honest with you.
What's that?
Don't know. Never had much inclination in particular. Nor inclination against it, to be honest.
Well, thanks for the water. I mean, and I appreciate you doing your best to help us out. We're just trying to get to know folks, and it seems like, unfortunately, you don't know these two that well, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
They do come by the place quite often.
Do they? So you don't know them that well. Do they hang out with other patrons that you could point us to? Maybe we could ask them.
Oh, sure. Well, they usually sit at the quiet table off in that corner over there. There are a couple regulars who will also frequent that part of the tavern.
Do you ever
sometimes they get to talking.
Okay. Do you have any names of even a single person that they've talked to?
Well, I can't confirm whether or not they've talked to him too much. I don't admit to having paid too much attention, but
oh no.
Old Johansson there. He and his wife, Margaret, have talked to him from time to time.
Oh. Well, I mean, if we're going to get to know him, we could go talk with them, Johansson and Margaret. All right. Well, Yolmik, thank you so much for the water and for trying to help us out. I appreciate it.
And Kiona will hand over 3 gold pieces? Is that more than enough for a thing of beer? I would think something like that.
One silver piece.
Right. So she'll give like 2 gold pieces then. Just because she's like that.
Oh my god.
It was on the tip of my tongue, and then I was like, no, I can't name him that.
Dude, that would be so confusing. Oh my god. Anyway. Okay. So yeah, I mean, basically, Foodle will thank Ms. Jade Coat, and we will head over to the Johannes and Margaret residence, I suppose.
Johansson.
Because yeah, I mean,
Right,
yeah, I mean, basically,
Johansson.
well,
and Margaret.
oh, Johansson, that's right, not Johannes.
Yeah.
Hansen.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they're kind of sitting kind of off in a faraway corner of the tavern.
Oh, okay. And before we go, though, Boodle wants to sort of confer with the two of you. Okay, so, I mean, basically, we want to find out really anything that we can about Marlowe, right?
Marlowe.
To see,
Mhm.
like, is he a simple trader? Is he more than he seems? Right? Have they ever felt anything odd or off about him? But how do we ask that? I mean, it was fine with, you know, Ms. Jade Coat because we know her and she knows us, but
Well, I mean, I guess we just gotta do it, right?
I mean, you would think they would know who we are.
I believe. Yeah, I think you're right. Sorry, continue, Mazra.
Oh, are they caravan members?
These two, no.
They're from, yeah.
No.
Okay. I mean, either way, they likely know who we are, or have like heard of us. That maybe they don't recognize us,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah, you're definitely celebrities of sorts.
Well, let's use that to our advantage.
well, okay. I don't like that I wasn't honest with Yolnik. I feel like I don't like it. So unless you guys want to, like one of you wants to take the lead on this, I'm just going to go tell these two we're investigating a murder. We're trying to get information about possible subjects. Please keep this under wraps. Don't tell people that we've talked to you. That sort of, just be honest. Like that's what my gut says.
Well, I mean, I guess if they were gonna try to betray us to them, we could just potentially follow them.
Right.
Or if we thought that they were being suspect about it.
Oh, Andrew could follow them.
True. I mean, I don't see what you're saying is wrong, Poodle. I just don't... I don't want to get back around that we're accusing nobody of something that they ain't done necessarily yet.
Well, I mean, I think it's also true that we're eliminating suspects, right? Foodle can't say that. He doesn't.
We're marking people off the list.
Yeah, we're trying to cross people off the list too. I mean, so any information they give us can help Marlowe, right? I don't know. I mean, we want them to be honest with us, so we be honest with them. I don't know. I mean, what do you think, Mazra? If I'm doing the talking, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be honest with them. So if you guys think that is a bad plan, one of you needs to do the talking.
Kiona's not sure what else to do either, because she doesn't think that she's good at lying either, so she's just like, I don't know, it sounds like the most... It makes more sense to me.
Poodle's actually decent at lying. The problem is his ideal is he always strives to tell the truth.
Right.
Yeah.
So he feels really scummy about not telling the truth too. Anyway.
Well, Mazra?
I mean, we didn't get the feeling that these people are like BFS with this guy. They're just people who kind of know him.
Yeah,
Mhm.
who occasionally chat with them at the tower.
And I don't see any reason why we need to lie.
Yeah. So like basically we're trying to get a vibe check. Like have they ever found something off? Has he told a story about before he was a traitor and he was like, a wizard's apprentice. Like, obviously not, but you know what I mean, right? Like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
Like,
just say we're trying to get info about this guy. Let's do it.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, Ghost, to save my voice, Foodle
Yeah.
goes up to these two, introduces himself as he always does, and
Yeah.
tells them exactly why they're here. We want a vibe check
Sure.
on these two. Has
Sure.
he talked about his past? You know, anyway.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Well, if it isn't the discretionaries. So who are you? You're asking about Marlo Evans?
Yeah, I mean, basically, you know, we're investigating a very serious crime, and it is possible, though, you know, it's not certain and by any stretch, that he may have been involved, and we're just trying to get more information about him.
Nasty business that. I to be honest, we didn't realize that his paramour Beatrice was even married.
Interesting.
Those two always seem to have some sort of spark of alchemy between them, as they say. But I don't know. I suppose that's maybe the thrill of keeping a secret together.
Possibly.
Did either of them ever talk about their past? Tell a story about, you know, we think Beatrice, you know, she might be a gardener. It seems like Marlowe's a trader. Did they talk about a time before they were either of those things?
No, never.
Interesting.
They never seemed to really hide anything from us either, other than the fact that Beatrice had a husband.
Right. Which, you know, I suppose makes some sense, unfortunately. This is sort of I suppose the toughest question. When you were spending time with them, did you ever get, like, I don't know, an off feeling? Like something strange about either of them?
Nah, nothing like that. They seem like good folk.
Okay.
I mean, I can't comment on the infidelity aspect of it, but
Right.
aside from that, they seem like good folk.
Foodle, Ghost, if possible. So Foodle, I should have said this beforehand, but Foodle, he's been trying to, like, sort of study them. I mean, basically, he's trying to see, like, do they believe the things that they're saying? Or this might be Johansson talking, but anyway, he'd like to make an insight check.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Full insight.
All right. Oh, thank God! I thought that was a 1.
Oh, you roll your real die. Oh no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. It's a 7 plus. Wow. My God, I always forget what a ridiculous bonus he has. That's a 16 insight.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like Johannes is telling the truth. He doesn't seem to be hiding anything from you here.
Poodle's also going to, you know, ask Margaret basically the same questions. So if she has any difference, because sometimes people have different senses about people. Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, thank you both for your time and your help in this. You know, we're checking into this terrible thing. So thank you both. I appreciate your honesty. And sorry, I hope we haven't ruined your evening. I hope you were able to still enjoy your time here.
No, not at all. Damn shame what happened to that poor man.
We're going to get to the bottom of it. Thank you again. Good night.
Good night.
I really
So
feel
once they're out of
Yeah.
earshot, yes. Yeah, Kiona.
like I really feel like we need to go ask the Quora community.
I
Mm,
think that's wise.
yeah. Yeah, Marlowe. We're not making it anywhere as far as him, so maybe we can find something out about Beatrice, possibly.
They should respond to you, Kim.
Yeah. Well, Kiona, we'll follow your lead.
Kiona will. She'll kind of start walking in the direction of the district where the Inspired have taken as their home. And for a moment, she's gonna look like she's real, like she doesn't want, she's this task, not a thing she wants to do. And then you'll see her get an idea. You know, have a moment where she kind of pauses, takes a deep breath, and thinks for a moment, and then she'll start going in more earnest toward a specific spot where she knows that the Inspired children like to play in their part of town. Particularly maybe the ones that were playing jokes on Darfin and things. Because she's like, I don't know about talking to the adults, but I think I can talk to the kids about some things and try to figure out where I'm supposed to go from there.
There you go.
She goes because she knows, she thinks that the kids trust her anyway.
All right.
So she's gonna seek out the children.
So you head over to this part of town, and in a little bit of a sad, I don't know if irony is the quite word, but a sad coincidentally, coincidentalism.
Coincidentally.
A sad coincidence.
That.
The place where the children like to play around is where Buford Veggiefoot was supposed to be overseeing the construction of the public park. Right now, it's like a field of rubble. If you imagine, like back in the 1960s, kids loved playing in like junkyards or whatever.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like a
to my
scene.
childhood.
It's kind of a scene like that. I didn't get there at all, Bo. I didn't get there at all. That's not really, but that's okay. I got somewhere. It's like I was trying to go to the Pyramid of Giza and I ended up at the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid. So basically, yeah, you see all these little kids running around in rags and barefoot. They see you and they run up and they're like, Kiona. Hey, guess what, Kiona? I found a flower. Check out this flower. Look, Kiona, I built this statue. And they're just showing. Kiona, did you ever have a dream where you can
Kiona's like, it's a beautiful flower. What a statue. Oh yeah, I dream like that all the time. And she just like keeps up with them like a little bit, like and she'll settle herself down kind of to their level, and she'll be like, hey you guys, I got a question for y'all. You know about Mr. Veggiefoot, right?
Oh yeah, that was really sad.
Right.
So the kids all seem to take it in different ways. Like some of them look sad. Some of them are like expressing performative sadness.
Right.
Some of them are like, "Glah!"
Yeah.
Making a big joke out of it.
Right,
Yeah.
as children are wont to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kiona, she's like, well, you know, I was wondering if you knew anything about Mrs. Veggiefoot. Or, you know, who their friends are. And if you could tell me maybe who I should talk to if I need to find out things about them.
Oh, she's really nice.
She's really nice.
She gives me lots of treats.
Hmm.
Her and her friend,
Her
the
friend?
horned guy with blue skin. Yeah,
Oh yeah. Mr. Marlowe, I believe?
yeah, Marwo.
Right. They give you lots of treats, huh?
Yeah.
When do they give you treats?
Oh, usually after late at night.
Late at
They
night?
come by. Yeah.
Well,
That's when it's best to pick up other people's garbage. They can make lots of money off of that.
I see.
And they
Industrious.
come back after drinking the grown up drinks. And they're doing the funny walk down the street.
Right.
And they say, "Here, Finnegan, have a whole bunch of stuff." They give me a whole bunch of stuff.
I see.
Sometimes treats, sometimes coins, sometimes flowers,
Wow.
sometimes buttons from their pocket that they think are coins.
Interesting. And
One
they just-
time, Marlo gave me one of those, and he points at Gimbal Shot.
He gave you a gun?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Well, that's very interesting. And they give you all this because you take the trash away?
No, just because I make myself look really cute like this. And he uses his innate core eye magic to cast like a glamour on himself. And he looks like just cuter than any mortal child should be able to.
It's like Puss in
His
Boots.
eyes-
And-
His eyes are shining and twice as big, and
Oh, I see. Right. Well, how about anybody else here? Does anybody else know anything about Miss Beatrice or Mr. Marlowe? Or who they hang out with?
I'm also seeing them hang out with each other.
With each other?
They go into the alleyway sometimes when they're doing the funny walk and they do the grown up dance. They wrestle.
Right, yeah. How about Miss Beatrice when Mr. Marlowe's not around? Who's her friend?
And the one goes, ugh, again.
Right. Do you know what Miss Beatrice does during the day?
She's a gardener.
Right. Just what I thought.
Can we see the gun that he gave you? I mean, that's so cool.
No, it's at home.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we gotta have proper gun safety, right?
I put it away at night and I take it out in the morning and shoot birds for breakfast.
Wow. I'm so proud of you.
Kid? Where are your parents?
You must be
And
so proud.
the one again goes, ugh.
All right.
And one little girl goes, we're all organs.
Which ones of you has been signed up for the apprenticeship program so far?
All of them raise their hands and they're like, oh.
You're
Wait,
gonna
you've all
make
signed up already?
Yeah.
you're gonna make an amazing hunter.
Does
Then
that
again-
mean I get to shoot stuff?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Then I want to be a hunter so I could shoot stuff and eat it.
Yeah. I mean, it's the best.
Is that what you do, Foodle?
Yeah. Foodle tap
shoot
skimble shot.
Oh, you shoot stuff and eat it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you eat everything you shoot?
No, most of the stuff that we shoot, I wouldn't touch it with a 5-foot pole.
But you don't want to
That's
be
not what
last.
I heard about. That's not what I heard about you.
What? What do you mean? I mean, there was a dragon one time, but I don't. We ate some of that.
Giggle. All right, kids.
But like, there was like a gross. We were in a sewer once, and there was like there was an ogre on the toilet. We did not eat any of that. Ugh.
Yeah, there are some things you don't want to eat.
Yeah, like don't eat the slimes. I don't know if
The
I don't know if
kids,
the other
the kids
kids-
all look at you skeptically. They give you that look like, old lady, what are you talking about?
Right.
Like, I eat what I
Alright.
please.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Well,
don't eat the slimes. They do look delicious. I can't deny it. They look delicious, but don't eat them. They're toxic. Anyway. Sorry, Kiona. Go ahead.
nope, it's good. Thanks, kids, for helping us out. I really appreciate it.
And Foodle's gonna take some candy out of his pocket and give each kid a piece of candy.
They basically like just swarm you like wild rabid dogs.
As they kind of turn away from the group of kids, Kiona will be like, well, I thought maybe we could get more information from them, but
Well, okay, but maybe we did. I mean, it sounds like, based on everyone we've spoken to, Beatrice, she spends time, or spent time, with her late husband and Marlowe. Right? That's it. I mean, it seems like a very small group.
so I guess we just gotta go talk to Beatrice.
Ghost, above
That
table.
was.
Yeah. Ghost, above table. I am confused about what the kids were talking about with the garbage. So were they saying that Beatrice
They're-
and Marlowe?
No, they're not saying that. They're basically scavengers,
Oh, okay.
which is a common occupation for orphan children.
That's what the kids were saying, not that Marlowe and Beatrice
No,
were
the Marlowe
looking
and
through the
Beatrice
garbage.
are
I see.
not like
Okay.
employing them, or they're not
Okay.
looking for garbage or.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for clearing that up, because I was like, what? What are they doing looking at the garbage? Anyway. Alright. Well, woof, I don't know. Again, I don't think that Foodle's this smart. So maybe Kiona might think of something like this, but guys, we should probably talk to somebody. I don't know if it would be Underlord, because again, I don't know if this is arcane magic, but if you guys
Well-
think that whatever killed not Marlowe, whatever killed the guy was magic, Veggiefoot, whatever
Right.
killed Mr. Veggiefoot, Buford? Yeah, there it is. Oh, it is at the top. Oh my god, I'm just blind.
It's
Sorry,
there.
Kiona.
It's okay.
Sorry, Flutter. It is absolutely just there at the top. Anyway, unfortunately, if only I was literate. Basically, like, God, who is casting magic on this guy? So, okay, here's what I think happened. I think that his body was used in some kind of ritual, right? I don't think this is revolutionary idea. because he has like a cut on him, this wound that is non-lethal, right? This sounds like a ceremonial thing. And then his organs are liquefied. Now, you guys had what's his name look at the body, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he didn't find traces of poison or toxin or
Right.
okay. So you noticed abjuration magic.
Yes.
So we need to find out whether this abjuration magic is divine or arcane, right?
We'd have to take whoever was going to tell us that to the body, though, because Kiona could only identify abjuration magic from it. And it
Right.
was like a hint of it that was left on the body after the...
Right.
Yeah.
Right, but if so, I don't know. Foodle doesn't know shit about magic. So we need to find someone who knows about magic. So Undralor comes to mind. He would certainly know of arcane spells
Sure.
that might be able to do this, if there are any. And he might be able to say, yeah, it's one of these two spells, right? I don't know. Or like maybe, if it is part of like some sort of ritual, like this might be divine magic where we need an expert on cults, or I don't know, right? I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
Does that sound like a goose chase, or that seems
No,
like
it sounds like a sound theory. And when you say that, if somebody says that, Kiona would think maybe she should talk to the Wayfarer about the fact that the Korai spirit was missing too, because like
You could
maybe
ask
he
him.
knows something about that part of it.
Mhm.
So I feel like that's something we should do.
Okay.
Let's do that
All right.
then.
Yeah.
As far as the idea of bringing someone to the body to look at it, you very strongly get the impression from the last time you detect magicked it, that
There's not going to be anything
whatever
left.
traces there's not going to be anything left.
Okay. Yeah.
There probably
So-
already isn't
Right.
at this point.
So we just have to go off of whatever we can remember in description.
Yeah, basically we need an expert. And it may lead to nothing. I don't know, but
Right. But it's worth a shot, so
yeah, unless it's there's two things sort of rattling around in my brain. This could, oh God, Foodle doesn't talk like this. I don't know. Like, basically, it seems likely to me that this is either a crime of passion, where the wife or Marlowe killed poor Buford, and then his body was like, used in a ritual because there was a body, and right, like, and so it's not connected, like it's almost coincidental, right? Like
right.
he was killed, and then the body was
Yeah.
used in this ritual because they needed, and it did something to the core. I don't know. What is also possible, and Foodle would not be familiar with this at all, but Mazra might know of some sort of Occam's razor type thing, like. It seems maybe more likely that the two are connected.
Yeah, well,
know.
the idea that he was murdered first and then used is not because the murder weapon didn't produce blood from the murder weapon hole.
Mm-hmm.
He was already dried up by the time that they stabbed him in the shoulder and planted his body.
Yeah, so it wasn't. Yeah.
So the
So
liquefication
that
of
was
his
you're thinking
insides
was
is
a
what
cover
killed
up.
him. Yes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
He was planted so that they would think that he was just stabbed and killed. Like, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever happened to him, and Kiona thinks that the liquefaction of his organs also has something to do with the Korai spirit being gone.
Right.
Because, yeah.
Yeah, right? Like there's got to be, like there is something extra, like beyond the natural
Right.
at play here, right?
Yeah.
And so just to be clear, both you guys in chat and to Ghost, I'm not even I don't even need the name of a spell, right? There may not be
Right.
a spell,
Right.
because like this may not be a player-facing thing, right? This NPCs have access to all sorts of crazy shit that the players don't, right?
Right.
So what I'm more interested in is if we go to an expert and they recognize based on her description, like basically how many people
Right.
in the city could do something like this? Like, do they know anything? Anyone we should be questioning? That sort of thing, right? Like that's really what I'm after. I don't
think-
care about a spell name, right? Like,
Sure, I think that you are correct. It's the easiest way to the shortest distance. But also, I think that it would stand to argue, like I said, that Kiona would want to talk to the Wayfarer about it, who might have an idea of that anyway, because this is to her maybe an issue of the Inspired being attacked.
right. Yeah, I think it's absolutely worth talking
Yeah.
to him. So should Foodle go talk to Under? I'm kidding. Foodle should not go talk to Underlord again. Please don't make Foodle come back there again.
I mean, if Foodle wants to go with Mazra, we can go together.
Yeah. Okay. And did you guys ask? So, Mandashare? I don't know how to pronounce that name.
Mandashare, yeah.
Mandashare? Did you guys ask Mandashare anything about what we're talking about now? Like, spell wise? Like, do they recognize that kind of power? Like, who could cast something like
we were
that?
more
Okay.
flustered about the fact that Nestor cut open the corpse.
Right.
We were trying to be
Yeah.
nonchalant
Fair.
about that. We were,
Right. Fair.
so we didn't actually end up asking a whole bunch of questions. We did ask some. Yeah, but we were asking questions about the break-in and not necessarily the corpse.
Yeah.
Because that was a separate place. The corpse was in a
Right.
different place from Mandashare.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, if you guys want to talk to Underlord, Kiona will try to talk to the Wayfarer, and we can meet back up
Okay.
after.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it. Yeah.
Sounds
That
good.
sounds good.
I'm gonna AFK real quick. Ken here though.
Okay.
You want us to go first?
Yeah, that makes sense.
All
She's.
Okay.
Hello, it's me, Foodle, and Mazra. We're here to see Undrelor.
So, as always, the when you approach the buildings housed, the two
Hold on. Can you hear me, guys? Discord's going all kinds of wonky. I think it's got to be Discord. What is happening? Is it the stream? Is it my internet? Mine thing says it's good. Yeah, Discord I think is what's going on. What? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go out and come back in. Alright, guys. Give us just a moment while we try to figure this out. Can you hear me?
Dang it,
Hello?
Woof! I wanted to get
Hello.
a screen cap of you. You were sitting there like so. You just looked so content and happy. Your chin to on your hand, like oh my gosh, it was so beautiful.
I was
Okay.
just listening to
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that
Yeah,
was like I was like,
Or
what?
The
Wait,
music,
no.
the music was a
No.
bit funny, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Oh my
crazy.
gosh. Okay, so
Okay.
back to the beginning of
Perfect.
that whole thing,
Sorry,
because
you
I
were
think
saying-
it started as
Yeah.
soon as you started
So-
talking.
Right.
You approach the building where the tent portal to the Unbroken Circle's campus of knowledge is housed. The guards that you're not quite sure what they are. Are they like undead? Are they constructs? You've never been sure. They're wearing their full armor. You've never seen their faces or anything like that. They don't even like give any outward visual indication that they acknowledge your presence. They just kind of uncross their spears and allow you admittance into the building where the tent has been pitched.
Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Letitia.
They don't
That's what I
respond.
named them. They never say. So I just,
Yeah. So crossing through the tent flap, you enter the sprawling, massive, sort of Roman villa style structure that is the Unbroken Circles campus. I don't want to hear it from you, Bo. I don't want to hear it from you. I don't wanna hear it from you.
That's my biggest insecurity as a dungeon master, by the way. That I'm just constantly saying, yeah.
As you're trying to improv everything, right?
Yeah, exactly. Ghost, you're amazing.
Thank you. Now you got me all watching out for my uhs and ums.
No, sorry. It's natural. It's natural.
So one of the initiates rushes up to you, looking all flustered and a little bit in disbelief that Foodle has returned again. Kind of, bows low at the waist and says, yes, come right this way, please. And sort of scurries off to bring you to Undrelor. Undrelor, who is in his own little private garden, so another courtyard. There's like courtyards within courtyards within courtyards here. In a layout that doesn't actually make any sense. It's kind of like the hotel from The Shining, where if you think about like the layout of it, it doesn't actually make any sense. Same thing is going on here. Undrelor is sort of gingerly watering one of his plants. Without turning to acknowledge you, he says, "Oh, you're back."
Yeah, I've got like 100 more family members that we need to. I'm kidding. Just kidding. Mazra.
Yes.
The magic
We-
stuff.
We need your professional opinion.
Yeah, about what?
We need to know what kind of magic, abjuration specifically, could turn a person's inside into goo.
So are a few, I could imagine. If you were to put an arcane ward on a stone, or perhaps a piece of fruit, I've seen it done with an apple before, and that person were to swallow it whole, with the right command word or action, trigger, if you will, it could indeed explode inside of somebody's gut. So that would be my first guess.
That's horrific.
Yes, wholly wasteful,
inefficient and irrational use of one's power.
Well, it was potentially used to murder someone, so someone may not be very rational.
And you think this method was what was used?
We're unsure. We just have a dead gnome with liquidified insides.
Fascinating. Angelor still has his back turned to you, just watering his plants. A most intriguing mystery, I'm sure.
Indeed.
So, you have a body with liquefied insides
Mhm.
and a trace of abjuration magic
Yeah.
upon the body.
Yeah, but fading.
I'm afraid, take it back. The arcane vault would not leave behind a trace of abjuration magic on the body, merely upon the implement on which the arcane vault was inscribed.
Hmm.
Were there any magical sigils carved into the body or evidently marked upon it?
We checked. We didn't see anything on the skin, right?
Nothing like that.
No, it was like bruising.
No, we saw bruising and we saw there was a stab wound, but it didn't kill the guy.
Then I would guess that unless the perpetrator somehow removed a heart, liver, lung, or stomach from this body, inscribed the arcane vault onto it, and returned it inside the body without leaving a mark, that this would not be the spells that was used.
Could something divine do that? Or just magical?
Perhaps. I would not put it past some gods to bless their worshippers with this power.
Interesting.
In all, it sounds to me like this is a rather more complicated spell than an arcane vault. Something that any middling magic user could accomplish.
So not something that could be done accidentally.
I would be very surprised indeed if a spell was cast on a man to accidentally liquefy his insides.
Mr. Underlord, sir, are you saying that the magic used on this poor man was very powerful, or anyone who could cast magic could kind of do something like that? I don't know much about magic.
With what you have shared with me, my assumption would be that this was very powerful indeed.
All right. Do you know of anybody in town you think could do that kind of thing? Besides you.
Not Not at hand. Could, nor would.
Mr. Underlord, could you do something like that?
I could, but I have far better things to do than to liquefy an individual's innards. And you might find that most mages with the capability to do something like this would be able to say the same. There are much better ways to employ one's magical talents. Unless one happens to be very unhinged.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Kiona, like, if she killed me, she wouldn't even leave a body. She would just stick me into that portal thing, right?
I suppose so. I have never thought until this moment how Kiona would kill you, but I imagine
Neither did Kiona.
I imagine
just
shunting
thought
you to another plane of existence would be the most relaxing way to be rid of you.
Yeah. Well, you know, thankfully, no one needs to be rid of me. Well,
Thankfully.
yeah. Mr. Underlord, thank you so much for your help. Are you doing some gardening right now? Seems like that's going around.
Well, I suppose Undrulor kind of turns around and looks at you for the first time, a little bit confused about your the turn of phrase that gardening seems to be going around.
Is it Majra? Can Majra investigate Undrulor's face?
It is
Well,
his
Majra's a
real face. I
To
don't
see if
know.
it's his real face.
Yeah.
I don't
Dude,
know.
you're a
what-
paladin. Use that thing.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna use one of my divine sense. Is he undead or?
No, it's him.
Oh, thank God. All right, Megan, we're fine. Oh. All right. Well, I guess if I need any more of my family here, I know where to find you. Good luck with the flowers and stuff. It smells nice in here.
Yes. Goodbye.
Oh wait,
And then
hey, stop.
Undrulor
Hang on,
turns
no, stop. Mm-mm.
he turns around and then he kind of makes the yes.
Do you use saltpeter on your plants?
Most gardeners do.
Can it be used to liquefy a person's insides?
An intriguing question. No, I don't think so.
Alright.
Not in quantities that would not leave behind a considerable residue.
What if we
That's
found
something that you
residue
did not match.
on clothes?
You would have probably found. Nestor would have said something.
I was
Okay.
gonna say.
I imagine
Nestor,
you would have
surely.
found like a white, like a gray white, like chalky crystalline kind of residue. And I honestly have no idea if
Okay.
saltpeter is corrosive in that way.
All right.
Days.
Turnips for days.
Look,
You
a
know,
little stupidity
Undrulor-
is really useful sometimes because he turned around and looked at
Ah.
us, right? All right, so
okay.
you know.
Got confirmation that Undrulor is actually Undrulor.
Undrulor,
That's really good.
my neighbor came down with a bad case of gardening once. Turnips for days, I tell you.
Oh god, we are never going to be allowed in here again. Okay, well, good luck with your stuff. Okay,
Mhm.
bye.
Bye.
I don't think he likes me. I don't know why.
Here's the thing, Foodle. And she'll put her hand on his shoulder as they walk out and just say, "Who gives a shit what he thinks about you? He sucks."
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, in some ways, like, I mean, he knew all that stuff about magic, right? Like,
Yeah, but here's the thing. His opinion about you doesn't matter. The only opinion that matters about you is your opinion about you.
yeah, I mean, he's not a very good hunter.
No. You're a way better hunter than most of us, myself included.
Thanks, Mazra.
Yeah.
Also, you're really smart with this. Like, what did you call it? Investigation? Where we're
Wait,
like
what?
asking all these questions?
Investigation?
Yeah, you're really good at this.
Yeah, well. There's some things I'm good at, and there's some things you're good at.
Okay, wait. Who should we talk to next? Should we talk to Mandashare? Because maybe they know about like the divine magic you were talking about.
Maybe, but Underlord said it's unlikely. I somehow I don't, I don't have a high opinion of Saravia, but somehow I don't think Saravia allows her followers to liquefy people.
Well, okay, but like when we were there at the temple, people apparently broke in and moved stuff around and maybe did like a ritual or something. So it might not have been followers of Stravia. It might have been, I don't know.
Maybe. We can talk to him if you want.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what Kiona found out.
Yeah.
We'll go find her.
So Kiona, in the meantime, goes to talk to the Wayfarer.
Yep. And you've gotten used to him being at the lighthouse whenever you need him.
Yeah. So she goes out to the lighthouse. It's like a weird little pilgrimage to go out there. I feel like he did that on purpose. She feels like she has this like whole like process that she goes through on her way out there every time. She gets over. She'll get up there to the spot where he's always sitting.
I'm not sure her professed non-acceptance of his parentage of her is like it's pretty typical for a kid to like fall into some sort of routine and be like, it's my parents' fault that I'm this way.
I mean, in Kiona's case,
he just sits at a lighthouse. Whatever rituals she does leading up to that.
Yeah, so she'll walk up to him.
All right. You find him. He's an eccentric man, to say the least. You find him sitting on a little stool by the lighthouse fire, and it's burning blue, the blue color that it was when his Korai spirit was detached from him and inside the huge bronze bowl that this fire burns in. It's burning blue, and he's got this long stick with a whole bunch of fish like skewered on it, and he's just sort of like literally using his Korai spirit to roast some fish on the fire. Oh,
Fiona Lottie will stop and kind of just stare at that for a moment. Like, oh.
hi, Kiona.
Hi. Do you,
Want some lunch?
I'm not particularly hungry, but thank you. I think.
All right, your loss.
Do you do that often?
What?
Cook with the flames of your Quora?
It's his idea.
Alright, well, I guess that makes it okay. Kiona will kind of shrug and accept it then. And she'll come back around.
Adelotti in your head is just like, I wonder if I can be fire.
I wonder if it's a special kind of fuel. Kiona will start thinking about that too then. They'll like go into that conversation. But well, anyway, we will have to talk more about that later. But for now, I've got more important questions. So you know how when a person dies who has Quora in them, you can kind of still sense that there was a Quora there?
Sure, for a time.
For a time? Like, it can go away after a while?
Usually months.
Months. Well, have you heard about Buford Veggiefoot?
Yes, I have. Shame. Poor man. Didn't have it easy in life. Was kind of hoping for a better end to his story.
Well, what do you suppose happened at the end? For him?
Well, he was killed, wasn't he?
Well, sure. But it's how he was killed, that's the question.
Well, how was he killed?
And that's kind of what we're trying to figure out. And why? Because it wasn't by the stab wound that they say. Well, we had Nestor Kane take a look at him, and he kind of cut him open so we could look at his insides, and well, his insides were all just kind of mush. And I did some detect magic on it, and I found some abjuration magic left. Just a little tiny hint. But I don't know how the two could be related, or why somebody would do such a thing, and I don't know. It's just like he had no Quora spirit still there. But I don't think it's been that long since he died, has it?
From what I heard, it's only been a few days.
So shouldn't we know that... Shouldn't there still be some hint of the Quora still there?
There definitely should be.
So what does that mean?
And the Wayfarer pulls a little notebook out from his tattered, patched, brown traveling cape. And he opens it up, takes like a little pencil and licks the tip, scribbles something onto a page, and then tears the page out and hands it over to you.
Your friend who lives in the tent. Go ask one of his gray-robed lackeys to have a look at this book.
Oh.
Might take you some time to study it, but there are abjuration spells out there that are used to remove the soul from the body.
So, would that take the Korra then too? We still don't really understand how, like...
With one hand, he's still roasting his fish.
Right. Alright, well, maybe if I can catch up to him. They're supposed to be already talking to Mr. Underlord now. Thank you.
Oh, you probably don't need to talk to him. Just go to the library. He's a thoroughly unpleasant person, isn't he?
He's terrible.
Oh, but on your way, I found this old net when I went fishing. All the fish were already in it. And I think your little friend might appreciate it.
I'm
And
sure
the
he
Wayfarer hands this old net. It's crusted with barnacles. It looks positively ancient.
will.
Yet for some reason, stitched into it are the words, "We love you, Foodle."
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
Bard,
thank you.
Quite remarkable. I'll definitely give that to him. Thank you. And Kiona will scamper off to me.
Are you sure you don't want to take any fish to go? Share with your friends?
Sure. I guess if you got extra.
He's got like 6 on his skewer.
With
So
the
I'll
knowledge
slide
that,
off-
that is core,
I'll
I
slide
came
off
up with
3.
the idea. Kiona's
Yeah.
like, well, okay, sure. I don't have any problems with that then. Now that we're just thinking about it. Okay.
All right.
She'll package them up in foldable basket she has in the bag of holding, and she'll
Just a picnic basket.
yeah. And she'll go to meet Mazra and Kiona. Mazra and Foodle.
Okay, Kiona, what did you find?
Well, he said that he well, first Foodle, he found this net. And it has this inscription on it, but it must be ancient, so he
Oh,
said it must be for you.
wait, for me?
Yeah.
An ancient? Well, I
She'll-
love nets.
She'll hold the net out to him and show him the inscription on it. He said it was
Wow.
already full of fish when he found it. And oh, the fish! Here, we have lunch! Kiona will.
Oh, well, that's amazing.
An
An ancient net.
ancient net. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? Quite remarkable.
Now, is ancient? Is that like really recent, right?
No, I mean, it looks like it's much older than that.
What's it? Wait, it's an old net? But I haven't. I mean, I'm only like, I think I'm like 25.
I mean, I know,
You think
but
it's
that's
older
what's
than that?
weird, is that why would there even be a net? Kyona's
Crazy.
like.
This is. But this is. I guess
I know,
this is a
Megan.
mystery.
Like the questions being asked.
Well, I guess, I mean, it's a mystery for another day. Wait, Mazra, what did we learn from Underlore?
Well, there are certain types of magic that can liquefy a person's insides, but it would have to
Yeah.
be powerful magic, and the people who would usually have access to that kind of stuff probably wouldn't bother using it on some random guy.
Well, the Wayfarers. He wrote this down, and she'll hand him the piece of paper and say that this is a book that he says that we should have one of Underlore's underlings find.
Oh.
Not
One of Underlore's underlings.
His underlings? I see what you did there, Mazra. Underlings. I like it.
So, if we can get them to help us out, he said it might take a while to find it, but there may be references to spells
Underlore.
Oh.
Spells of what?
spells that would be used to remove a soul from a body.
That sounds horrific.
Oh.
Well, that's what we're thinking might have happened with the Quora, though.
You think that would have liquefied his insides in the process?
I mean, who knows? But the answers might be in this book.
Well, Underlore is no doubt. No doubt in my mind will be very happy to see us again. So let's go.
We shouldn't see him. We should definitely
Okay.
just see.
Are you sure? I mean, I could go talk to
No.
him if you guys want.
We really don't need to. I think it's
All
really
right.
okay. You just
Okay.
find the book.
Alright.
Go to the
Sure.
library.
All right.
Kiona doesn't want to see Underlore either, so she's like, no. You guys did that?
All
That's
right.
cool. We don't have to. Let's go.
Yeah,
But-
well, let's go find this
Dip
book.
back into the tent and go to the library instead. You have a library?
Yeah, so basically how this is going to work is, Kiona, I think you had some downtime left, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you'll have to spend one of your downtimes
Okay.
studying this, sort of on and off. Doesn't need to remove you from the investigation. It'll just be something that you kind of occasionally go back to
Okay.
and pour over this book for the next week.
Sure.
Right, and then while that's going on, you guys can continue your investigation, but it's going to take you some time to try to decode what this spell was.
Okay.
It'll probably take you a certain amount of time, definitely, to even find the book
Right.
inside this library.
So then she will do that on the side while they're trying to figure out what other people that they could talk to or investigate.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't gone and talked to Olivier Putt yet.
Yeah, I mean,
It'd be
Maybe
wise
she'll
to
know.
cover all of our bases.
oh yeah. God, I'm so sorry. This sounds like I don't know if this is Ghost, but this sounds like music from Valheim.
Possibly.
Like crazy. Anyway.
No, this is not from Valheim.
I
Oh,
don't
okay.
think so, yeah.
Anyway. That reminds me of it. All right, well, let's go talk with
Olivier.
Olivier Hutt. There we go.
Olivier Putt.
Olivier.
That's right.
Now, what you know about Olivier Putt is he is a bricklayer, but he's also become he's a half dwarf bricklayer, but he's become sort of implicated and drawn into a segment of the refugee population that is very suspicious of the inspired, kind of, you know, that a lot of refugees, a lot of the refugee caravan and other people that you've picked up along the way to move to your community, they have suffered greatly at the hands of the Korai. The Korai, of course, you know, they feed on like deception and sowing chaos and disorder and distrust among people, and now we just have a whole bunch of them living with us, right? And we're just supposed to kind of accept that, and you know, they destroyed our homes and blah blah. So this is sort of a growing, increasingly radicalized, increasingly sort of agitative kind of group of people, and Olivier Putt is one of their firebrand, you know, stand up on the table in the middle of the tavern and give a big speech about why do we let these people in our midst and blah blah. Known to have some run-ins, some quite negative and terse run-ins with Veggiefoot.
Kiona will make a point to kind of stay back for this question. Because he's probably not going to answer her or want to talk to her if he's that type of person.
Where are we meeting this guy?
You haven't really done any investigation on where he hangs out or anything.
Alright. Master will gently shake people down to find out where he is.
Sure, yeah. So you learn, interestingly enough, that he also tends to hang around the Drunken Dragon Tavern.
Oh.
Which should not be a surprise because it is the main sort of working class tavern in the city right now.
Well, I suppose I could just sit at the bar while y'all talk to him. Just kind of listen in.
Alright. See if he's there around.
Yeah, so you learn that he will tend to come around usually after his work ends for the day, around sundown, slightly after sundown, and he usually takes his dinner at the tavern. And so you find him there. You know, finding sort of a half-human, half-dwarf is quite rare among the caravan, but should not necessarily be taken as like super uncommon. There were many, there's a sizable dwarven population in the city of Haltern, which which was nearby Blycross as well. So he kind of has the appearance of like a, you know, kind of a short-ish, rather stocky and heavily built, heavy set man kind of with a pugnacious appearance, and quite a prominent beard. A little bit of a mutton chops thing going on as well. And he's there having his mutton and turnips. Oh no, their specialty is the steak and ale pie. That's right. So he's having his steak and ale pie off in the corner with a side of turnips. There you go.
Turnips. Lumps.
Oh my god, it's the turnips. Oh, sorry, I forgot I was muted.
No worries.
Hello. My name's Foodle. You must be Polivier.
Hey, I know who you are.
Well, maybe you know why I'm here. We're investigating quite the crime. And we're trying to find out more information about Buford and people who knew him.
Oh, Buford Veggiefoot.
Yeah.
Well, the true crime is letting a wild animal like that run around a place so full of innocent women and children.
Wait, what? What
The
wasn't?
ones with the ghosts in their heads.
Ah, right. Well,
Danger to the public. If you couldn't
Right.
tell from what happened to Blycross and Haltern. Don't know if you remember that in all your cavorting and running around with them.
I do remember. I was there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you've lost some. I lost my best friend.
You could say that.
So you didn't. Obviously, you don't have many kind things to say about Buford. Did you kill him? Did you want him dead?
Did I kill him? Absolutely not. Did I shed a tear when I learned he died? Absolutely not.
You know, anyone who might have had the inclination, who might have killed him?
Well, I heard his wife's been sleeping around on him with that tiefling. Gotta say, good on her. Finally come to her senses.
Yeah, like, yeah. I mean, here's the problem. I don't know that Beatrice could have killed him in the way that he died.
And what way did he die? I heard he was stabbed.
He was stabbed, but that was... It didn't kill him. It seems likely that that was a cover-up. Meant to make it look like that's how he died.
And shall I guess that the cause of death was something rather more nefarious than a knife in the back?
If that is a guess, yes.
Well, what more is there to be said? When you meddle with the forces of darkness, such fates await you.
Mr. Putt, do you know any gruesome and horrifying ways to end people that you disagree with?
I suppose I can imagine a few.
Would you be able to carry any of them out?
Oh, I'm sure anyone can imagine gruesome and horrifying ends for a person they despise that they are capable of carrying out. But I didn't.
Where were you the time that this happened, the night?
Hey, Bruce. Where was I?
Yeah, where were you?
Well, I was right here, eating my steak and ale pie. Watching as the old demon-possessed gardener's wife was holding hands and making goo-goo eyes at the tiefling.
Mr. Putt, would any of your associates, now you have said that you didn't kill him, and maybe that's true. Let's assume that you didn't kill him. Would any of your associates kill Poor Eye? Or inspired, I suppose.
I imagine there are some who would if they had the capabilities.
And if they did and you knew about it, would you cover for them?
I probably would.
I see.
I owe them a great deal more loyalty than I owe to those people.
I understand that it's not so much I'm not really talking about, I mean, we're talking about murder. You can be loyal to people without murdering people that you're not loyal to, right?
I murdered nobody,
Right.
nor did any of my compatriots that I'm
I
aware
see.
of.
Mm-hmm. And you think that most likely the person who did kill Mr. Veggiefoot was his wife?
Or that gardener who hated his weaselly black guts.
Mm.
But it surely tweren't me.
All right.
I was here all night.
Above table, he said a second ago that he was here all night watching the wife and the tiefling together. So if the wife did it, then it couldn't have. Then his alibi is suspect too.
Well, yeah, I mean, we need to check the alibi, but if all three of them were here, it seems
Then, yeah.
unlikely to me that any of them did it. That doesn't mean that they weren't involved. Anyway,
Right.
is there anything else I need to ask this guy? Hmm. Well, Mr. Putt, let's keep your murder count at 0, shall we?
I'd be more worried about them than me.
Well,
And Mazra lean in like this close to his ear and say, "Are you making threats?"
No threats, friend. Merely warning. Warning to be careful of who you break bread, in your case, share a bed with.
Can I roll a dice?
You're gonna, yeah.
I was gonna
Go
say.
ahead.
Alright, I'm gonna get an actual dice out.
All right.
Alright, where's the d20? I need one. Okay. So which is good and which is bad? High
Up
or
to you.
low?
Up to you. You decide.
think?
You decide how you do this. Usually,
Yeah.
I say that for me, when I'm a player, I usually say that a higher roll is like the more wise and considered and in control action,
Okay.
whereas a lower roll is the screw it, go with your.
I rolled a
gut.
6. So
All right. All right.
Mazra just lays a hand on his shoulder and just, I assume it's probably her wooden hand, whatever. And then just like gently, inexorably squeezes. Like the slow squeeze of a vice.
Right. And he kind of grunts a little bit in pain. He's trying to tough it out, but he's not entirely able to because that artificial hand can grip pretty tightly. It just kind of grins up at you.
You know,
And he
Mr.
says,
Oh.
"Well, now we know who's the dog and who holds the leash, eh?"
Better a dog than a bastard.
I want you to roll a wisdom save.
Oh god, okay. Here's my sheet. It's like a 12, I guess.
Megan, what does Mazur do?
Ah!
Kiona is gonna roll perception to see if she notices what's happening at the moment.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, she sees
Oh
it.
yeah,
She sees it.
she sees it. All right,
Oh
Mazra,
my god.
go with an unarmed strike.
Alright.
That'll be, you're not proficient in unarmed strike,
No.
so that will be a straight strength roll, just a
Alright.
strength check.
14.
Is Kiona close
14.
enough to touch the guy? Real fast.
No,
On reaction. No?
no, no.
I was gonna try to shield her.
Yeah, you hung back.
Uh-huh.
And so, Mazra, at that, you feel this white hot surge of sudden anger. That little bit of grumsh that lives inside everybody and makes orc children do naughty things, flares up, and you just crack. You feel and hear his nose, the bridge of his nose, just splinter and crunch. And he lets out a grunt. He goes falling back. One hand was like gripping the table, upturns the table along with it. And the whole tavern falls silent. And then a few of his compatriots get up to their feet and pick up chairs, mugs. One of them picks up like dual wields a fork and a knife from dinner, and you just hear this absolute cacophony erupt. And because I'm losing my voice, and I don't actually have a bar brawl map prepared anywhere. In my roll 20, I was going back and looking for it. I couldn't find any.
I was gonna put him to sleep. I was gonna hypnotic pattern, not fireball striker.
Well, we are going.
Not fireball these assholes. Oh, God.
We are going to take a break there for the week. We'll come back to this next week.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. Oh my god, Mazra just punched somebody for Kiona, you guys. Oh my god. Yeah.
I love it. Oh, I love it. This guy's a real piece of shit.
Yeah, we're not mad to beat this guy up. Honestly.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm not. Fudo's not gonna kill him, but man, he's gonna. But
we're gonna be okay to rough these guys up a little bit along the way. That's... Oh my gosh, you guys, this was fun. We're really terrible investigators, but also.
I know. Fuck's sake, we started a fucking bar.
It's like, look, y'all. I've been fighting gods and monsters and whatever. Like,
right?
Come on, y'all.
We're just traipsing around town badly looking for a murder suspect.
I think Foodle might see some growth here because Foodle's kind of like caught in the midst, and like he's like, "Oh shit, am I like this?" Because he's said stuff like that before, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, it's believable that there would be people like this.
Of course.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, Foodle's like this.
Yeah.
Like Foodle is a racist. Like in that way. Like there's no question.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it makes total sense.
No.
The Quori have disrupted this world, and it's hard to see past that. I mean, Kiona couldn't see past that. And for a while, she accepted the fact that she was gonna be bad, no matter what, because of that. So, you know?
Yeah. I think there's going to be a lot of catharsis in this fight. There's going to be a lot more going on than just the fight.
Than what actually happens.
Yeah.
I made this character Polivier Putt and the little gang that he's a part of, but then retroactively after I made them, Megan and I watched the TV series Slow Horses, which I can highly recommend to anybody who wants like a spy comedy drama show. It's really fun to watch. But one of the not to give away too much, but one of the plots in it is that a British far right white nationalist group abduct a Muslim boy who's like a stand-up comedian and hold him captive, and a lot of it is like getting into like who those guys are and like their different motivations and how like actually they're all losers kind of like they're just like angry meatheads in their own way. And I was like, oh, this is perfect for this group. Like I just want to turn them into a bunch of like British gammons And
Gosh.
That's great.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. You
Great show.
guys.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Ghost, thank you so much for running
Thank
tonight. That was so
you.
fun. God, we must have thrown
that
you
was a
some
lot of fun.
curveballs too, and you.
We did.
For real.
yeah,
We are
Oh,
the
thanks,
expert
man.
curveball
Thanks for-
throwers.
this is
Yeah.
as you know,
Putting up
Collie.
with
When
us.
you try to run a murder mystery,
Oh, yeah.
it's like where are people gonna go? You can never predict. So
No.
Right.
Yeah.
just gotta be ready.
Yep.
Gotta be ready and embrace the chaos.
Oh yeah. That's sort of the fun of running a murder mystery, to be
Yeah.
honest. It's great. Anyway. Hopefully we're not driving you crazy with going off on like too many
All right,
wild
we're
goose
like, oh, we need to go
chases,
here.
but
Oh, we need to go there. Oh, we need to go back there.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to go.
I feel like we're doing okay. I don't think we're like going
Yeah,
too
you know.
nuts. So but-
Nothing's been a wild goose chase so far.
okay, that's
Not
good.
quite.
I've been
I wouldn't-
trying really
I wouldn't
hard
say
to
it's
like
been the
stay
most
focused.
efficient use of time.
No,
but
no, not
but
at
that's
all.
okay. That's okay.
Right. Part of the fun.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Well,
Right.
thank you so much for the game tonight, Ghost Pepper.
Yeah.
Well,
Chat, thank you
Ghost.
for hanging
And
out,
well-
guys. Thank you for playing.
Yes. Thank you for
Oh,
being
yeah.
here, everybody. Thank you for those biddies and those subs. You guys are all the bestest. We love the
Call,
nets.
you got two. You got
You
two
got a
nets
tomato
tonight.
stained net too.
Yeah,
right,
we
I
don't
gotta
know.
update
We don't
my
know
net
from where.
count.
We don't know from where that tomato stained net came from, but it's gonna come in next time.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Okay.
Probably
Oh, you guys are
at
the best.
Probably at the end of the brawl, you'll find it.
Oh yeah,
Who
that's
knows?
true.
Yeah.
I just realized the nets might be really useful in this brawl.
Ooh.
We'll see.
Strategies. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. I'm gonna turn it in because we are all done tired.
My voice is going too.
It
Yeah,
is
poor
time.
Ghost.
Yeah,
Man,
dude,
you really
it's
stuck
been
it
a
out,
long
man.
week, yo. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. I was not planning to, Striker. Unless you got somebody real quick. I haven't even looked.
Who we got?
Wait, I haven't checked either. Hold on. Oh, Flutter.
Joe's always good for a raid. Voivode,
Flutter? Flutter's
yeah,
on?
Flutter's on. Yeah,
Fluttered
You don't
Eye,
say.
I love rating
Um,
Flutter.
Game Master Eric.
Yeah, he's always good.
The Game Master Eric is doing Dungeons and
We
Dragons.
did raid him last week, I think. Or, yeah, we raided him
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah.
Joseph Louise Chilson. VK is
VK is always solid,
Yeah,
yeah.
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 Okay, let me grab his. Let's throw a raid at VK. I hope that worked. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Oops. I don't know if that's gonna work. It's gonna... We'll bring up a thing. We're gonna make it into a D&D raid, maybe. If I can make it. Like that.
There we go.
Come on along. Say hi to Voivode Kohutek with us. Thank you so much for hanging out, guys. We love you all. You're amazing. Hope you all have a good night. Bye, friends.
Bye.